Hall of Fame offensive lineman Larry Allen died suddenly on Sunday while on vacation with his family in Mexico, the team just announced. Allen was one of the most dominant linemen in the NFL during a 12-year career, spent mostly with Dallas. Shannon, I'll start with you. What do you remember from the great Larry Allen?
There are not three better offensive linemen that's ever played the game of football that's better than Larry Allen. He could have been a Hall of Fame right tackle. He could have been a Hall of Fame right guard. He's a Hall of Fame left guard. He could have been a Hall of Fame left tackle. He was that good. He could do it all. He could run block. He could pull. He can pass protect. He was unbelievable. And this just breaks my heart at 52 years of age, so much life ahead of him, and to have his life suddenly end in the fashion in which he did, in which it did. You had to like see it. You had to see it up close. Booger, I don't know if you ever went against Larry Allen, but you had to see him. You had to be on the field and to watch him and to hear defensive. I'm talking about top-notch defensive players, D linemen, talk about this man. Linebackers talk about this man. He struck fear because he was the ultimate move a man against his will. That's what football is about. You try to move a man against his will. And more times than not, Larry Allen moved men against their will. My heart breaks for his family, the Cowboys and the 49ers, and anybody that was touched by the passing, and as we all are. A member of the Pro Football Hall of Fame, man, this breaks my heart, man. Rest in peace, Larry.
Yeah, no doubt, man. My condolences go out to his family. I'll tell you a quick story, Shannon. This is the first time I played against L.A. The Cowboys are breaking the huddle, and everybody was always talking about like the matchup between Larry Allen and Warren Sapp. You know, two Hall of Fame potential players at that time because they haven't gone into the Hall of Fame as of yet, and so they break the huddle. And we call a defense, and I'm matched up against L.A. And when L.A. breaks the huddle, L.A. has got this, I think he was chewing tobacco because he played with it in his mouth. And it's kind of running down, and they call the defense, and I'm over there in front of L.A., and I turn to Sapp. I said, hey, man, we need to switch the strength call on this defense. They didn't come to see me against L.A. They came to see you because I'm going on the other side. I'm not dealing with that guy right there. And Sapp looked at me, and he's like, you know what? You're right. And so that kind of typifies, man, when you talk about the fear, nah, I wasn't afraid of L.A., but that man right there, he struck a chord in defensive lineman because you knew what you had to deal with. And me as a fan, I knew he would one up, if not the best offensive guard to ever play the game. And I played with a Hall of Fame guy, Warren Sapp. And as a player on the field at the same time as him, I caught myself peeping over, kind of watching the matchup that was going on between them. He was unreal. He was an athlete. We've seen him, the chase down play where he chased down one of the running backs or linebackers that they got an interception.
Just linebacker for the Saints.
Yes, just an unbelievable player, man. And I think people don't realize because he was an offensive lineman and didn't touch the ball, how dominant he was. And I think it's up to us who played the game to share with people, hey, he didn't touch the ball. But when you talk about the 10 or 15 most dominant players to ever play this game, you can't have that conversation without Larry Allen.
Well, the thing about it is that the beauty of a show like this is that, you know, you have people like you two to highlight and illuminate exactly what you just did, because there's no way in hell I could provide that. You guys played the game. You played with him. You played against him. You speak to his level of greatness. And all anybody like myself and others who didn't play can do is defer to y'all, listen to y'all, peel the stories from it, and then come up with whatever statistical data exists to support and augment what you've said. So allow me to try to do that, literally doing nothing more than trying to complement exactly what you two just articulated. First things first, Emmitt Smith, one of the greatest running backs in NFL history, who retired as the all-time leading rusher in NFL history. You talk about your heart breaking, both of your hearts breaking. I didn't know Larry Allen. If y'all hearts are breaking, imagine how Emmitt Smith is feeling. 11 straight 1,000-yard seasons. Larry Allen blocked for him 8 of those years. 8 of those years. So imagine how Emmitt Smith is feeling right now. That's number one to point to. 2013 Hall of Fame inductee, Shannon, like you pointed out, a one-time Super Bowl champion. Just looking at some of the stuff here. Shannon, you guys know this, but you didn't articulate it, so allow me to. I'm looking at my stats here. It says here, Larry Allen played all but one position on the offensive line in his 12 seasons in Dallas. Played each position but center. You don't hear about that in today's NFL. You just don't hear it.
Yeah.
Both tackle positions, both, damn. You can't say enough about him, right? Then you've got that. 11 Pro Bowls, 6 first-team All-Pro selections in his 14 seasons. Named to the NFL's All-1990s team and All-2000s team. Both decades, 2 decades. This brother is on the all-time team to show you his level of greatness. It's spanning 2 decades, ladies and gentlemen. And last but not least, considered one of the strongest men to ever be in the NFL with a bench press of 700 pounds and a squat of 900 pounds. That's what we're talking about with this brother right here, Larry Allen. So, just, Shannon said it best. My heart goes out to his fan. 52 years old, man. 52 years old. Your whole life ahead of you is really sad. My heart goes out to his family. It really.
Stephen A., he could, and I think Booger will attest to this. He could have been an All-Pro at all 4 of those positions, and he would have gone to the Hall of Fame at any of those positions had he stuck with it.
Yeah.
That's how great he was. He wasn't good. He was great. And he wasn't good, he was dominant, and he could slide. But when you put down and you needed 4th and 1, you needed 3rd and goal on the goal line, you run behind 73.
52 years young, gone far too soon. We send our thoughts and prayers to the Allen family.